Despite frantic just-in-time delivery schedules and razor-thin profit margins, hardworking truckers and trucking companies have always found a way to give back. The causes they support are as diverse as the industry itself. One of the problems that has faced the trucking industry in the past was that it was difficult to track all the good the industry has done for various charities. To that end, in 2011, the Trucks for Change network was launched. The service matches carriers with available capacity, with charities looking to move product. Founder Pete Dalmatzi explains.
It's composed of members, and the members are community-minded trucking firms, mostly motor carriers, for-hire motor carriers, who'd like to make a difference in their communities by providing low-cost, or in some cases no-cost, trucking services to the charities who do lots of great work in our communities. Every month, trucking companies receive dozens of requests from charities to do things like pick up donations and distribute them to where they're needed. The problem is that that whole process of requesting equipment from trucking companies requesting services is an inefficient process. It takes a lot of time for both parties, and the chances of the charities finding a trucking company who can help on any given day is fairly small. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring some of the efficiencies to this process, basically from the freight brokerage industry, which is a very efficient system in matching shippers' needs with available capacity from the trucking industry.
Today, Trucks for Change has 44 member carriers, representing more than 10,000 power units and 22,000 trailers. Since the program was founded, it has delivered 3.2 million pounds of goods for charities. But it's not just trucking companies that are making a difference. Individual drivers and owner-operators are chipping in as well. And when there's a cause that needs support, what better way to help than by organizing a convoy? One of the most well-known convoys is the world's largest truck convoy for Special Olympics. We caught up with this year's event in Paris, Ontario on September 15 and spoke with organizer Tammy Blackwell.
We first heard about this event, a group of friends of mine that had been involved in truck shows in the past. And it was happening in the US. It was relatively new. Alberta was the only one that had brought it into Canada. We liked the sound of it. We loved the interaction of the athletes, the officers, and our truck drivers. Anything that I've done in a volunteer community basis has always been targeted to the transportation industry's profile and helping that profile. It's a benevolent industry, and I like to help facilitate the industry's opportunity to show the public what we can do and how we can give back. And what keeps me coming back is when it does get to that point where you wonder, are we doing this, are we making an impact, my phone will ring. And it's that driver who's been sent to me from somewhere, and he tells me something exciting, how much he's raised, what he's done in the past, how he can't wait to see his athlete match. Because we take these athletes in the truck, so they get to go out on the highway, they blow the horn, they wave, they get on the CB, and it is huge for those folks. And at any dip in the road, somehow somebody from the participant driving force will make a phone call and pick me right back up, and we remember why we do it.
It's not just organizers who return year after year. Many of the professional drivers keep coming back as well.
Last year, my first year coming here, and I had a great time. And this year, I just had an idea. I wanted to do something more. I wanted to do something bigger. So I do a lot of truck shows all summer, and I know a lot of guys with nice trucks, and I thought of an idea of getting pictures of these nice trucks and making a calendar. It all came together, and I did well with it.
Just a couple of weeks after the world's largest truck convoy wrapped up, we were in Woodstock, Ontario for a more colorful convoy. The Trucking for a Cure convoy is held each year to raise funds and awareness for breast cancer. We caught up with Joanne Ritchie, Executive Director of the Owner-Operator Business Association of Canada, to find out why the cause is so important.
Breast cancer awareness, first and foremost. I'm high risk for breast cancer because my mom died of breast cancer. The other good thing it does for OBAC is it gives us an opportunity to raise not only awareness about breast cancer, but other health issues and wellness issues that drivers face out on the road. It gets that conversation going. The other thing, of course, is that in an event like this, where you have a lot of volunteers that are non-trucking folks, it brings the trucking community together with those other non-trucking folks, and builds those bridges and does a world of good. We've rang in just under $3,000. Just had a week or so. I got a little bit behind in our fundraising, but we did all right. Pretty proud of that. We still have some money coming in afterwards, but we got enough before the convoy to take third place.
Convoy organizer Joanne Millen-McKenzie told us the turnout exceeded expectations, with more than 80 trucks taking part.
A few things changed this year with our convoy. Normally we start at a different location and come here, but this year we actually started and ended here. So we were a little nervous about the turnout. We heard there was going to be a lot of drivers, and I guess we've gotten over 80 trucks so far. So, I don't know the final count, but really excited about the amount of truckers that came through.
And this year, Joanne will be continuing to create breast cancer awareness by driving a specially designed truck that was presented to her on behalf of Peterbilt Ontario Truck Centres and her carrier, Highland Transport. Joanne will drive the truck for the next 4 years, no doubt turning many heads in the process.
It's hard to concentrate on everything that we're doing for the convoy, and when you all of a sudden get told this is going to be your truck you're going to be driving, and I'm just overwhelmed. I'm really overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed that people believe in the cause and they're supporting us 100%. You know, I knew there was something going on, but I wasn't 100% sure, and you know, when I got to see everything, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.